Hey there, and welcome to No Small Life, where we help you rebuild a life you love no matter what you've walked through.
Your life is not small, and you don't have to live it that way any longer. We are Chris and Megan Ria, and today we're talking about how to let go of pain. So how do you let go of emotional pain? That's really what we want to focus in on. And we've both experienced physical and emotional pain, probably like many people watching this right now. And neither one is very fun.
No, I really wish
fun.
we were not experts in this subject. I would like to be an expert in something else.
In fact, I don't think anyone likes to be in pain.
No.
I mean, I can't remember ever someone saying, you know what, life is just so good. It's so peaceful all the time. It's so comfortable. I've got too much peace about my finances.
Right.
I have so much peace about my family.
Yes.
Everyone's healthy. Everyone's doing, I could just really use to be uncomfortable.
I just need a little less happy in my life.
Yeah, I want to go through something really hard.
I would like some pain now, please.
Yeah, physical. Like I just want to get punched in the face, or like, or have to go through something really hard.
Big tragedy in my life.
Yeah. That's what I really need something like that. No, we don't ever hear anyone talking about that. In fact, it's quite the opposite, actually. As soon as we get into any kind of physical or emotional pain, we are looking for a way out.
100%.
How do I get out of pain as quick as possible? Because no one likes pain. So we've gotten very good at numbing our pain. We can use drugs or alcohol or sex or even food to try to numb our pain. But here's the problem: when we numb our pain, we don't fix the pain.
So true.
The pain's there,
Right.
we just don't feel it for a short time. Let's use physical pain as an example. Maybe you have some kind of surgery, back surgery, shoulder surgery, hand surgery, hip surgery, whatever it may be.
All the surgeries.
You have some kind of surgery in your life, and what happens is the surgeon goes in, finds the broken part of your body and fixes it. And when you come out of surgery, even though that surgeon fixed the pain, you still feel very much in pain,
Right.
because he had to cut and get in there in order to fix it. So you actually go through more pain before it gets better. So what you do is you take painkillers.
Right.
That's what they're called, painkillers. And thank God for painkillers,
Yes.
by the way. But you take those, and what happens is it doesn't get rid of the pain.
Right.
The pain doesn't magically go away. What it does is it sends a signal to your brain that tells you, I'm not going to feel the pain right now. But the pain is very much still there. You see, the surgery is what actually fixed your pain. And once something is broken, it needs time to heal. And you actually it doesn't just need to be healed with time, it needs rehabilitation. You have to take action if you're gonna see complete function in your body again. And once your body has been healed and rehabilitated, you no longer need painkillers because you got to the root of the problem and you fixed it. Emotional pain can be a little bit trickier because it's a lot harder to pinpoint what's causing the problem. People don't always know how to heal the brokenness inside of them, so they just shove it down or use painkillers to numb their emotional pain. The problem is, if we don't ever fix our emotional pain, it can, number one, cause physical pain, but number two, it really gets deep down in our heart and creates a hardness of heart. We get bitter, we can be angry, we can be moody, we can be defensive, and we take it out on the people we love the most. So we've got to get to the root.
Root, for sure, root.
We got to get to the root
Where are you from?
of our emotional pain. The root. Got to get to the root of it.
Getting to the root cause of the pain can be difficult, and a lot of people don't want to engage in that because it just feels like more pain, right? I don't want to go there. I don't want to drag that out of my soul. But let me just tell you, the pain of healing is much more short-lived than the pain of staying in worth it. It is worth it. And so just like we have to treat physical pain, there's a process to treating our emotional pain. And we want to give you 4 steps to do that today. Identify the cause of your pain, okay? So sometimes with physical pain, it is very easy to identify. My wrist hurts because I broke my wrist, right? My hip hurts because I fell on my hip. It can be simple. There's other times that it takes some very intentional going to the doctor, poking, prodding, x-rays, all the things to figure out where the pain is coming from, to kind of trace that pathology. And it's the same way with emotional pain. If we're going to heal from emotional pain, we can treat it in the same method that we would treat physical pain. And the first thing is, where is the pain coming from, right? Identifying the root.
The root.
Yeah. Cause of that pain. Maybe it's, you know exactly where it's from. Maybe it's a trauma, a loss of a loved one, a job that did not pan out the way you thought. Your future looks or feels uncertain. Maybe you're dealing with an illness.
Divorce. Maybe a brokenness in a relationship. You know, maybe your kids are going through something hard, or your parents.
There are times that we know exactly where that pain is coming from. But then there are other times that we are just in pain and we don't know why we're reacting or feeling the way that we do. And I just want to encourage you, just like sometimes we have to go to the doctor because we don't know what's going on, sometimes we have to get professional help to help us know what's going on inside of our souls.
Yes.
You know, seeing a psychologist, a psychiatrist, these people specialize in helping you unpack your soul, and there is no shame. We want to remove the shame from needing to seek help, just like we would for our physical pain, for our emotional pain.
Yeah, because if you're angry, or you're got mood swings, or you feel sad all the time, but you can't pinpoint it, just like going to a physical doctor when you're in physical pain, going to an emotional doctor like a psychologist or a psychiatrist can really help you get free from feeling the way these unhealthy emotions you're feeling.
Absolutely, and they'll create a plan for your healing.
The second thing we need to do is we need to grieve properly. Sometimes life happens and it's the loss of a dream, right? You know, life just didn't pan out the way you thought. For us, it was, we wanted to start having kids and expand our family at 25. That never happened for us. So we needed to take a little time to grieve the loss of a dream. Maybe you lost a spouse. Maybe you went through a divorce. Maybe you have experienced something so hard, a disability or an illness or something that has completely changed your life. And the truth is, as Christians, sometimes we're not the best at grieving because we're praying for faith to be healed. We're praying for God to open up a door. We're praying for all these miraculous things to happen in our life. And it's good to do that.
And He can do that.
And He can. Absolutely. He can do that. But it's okay to say, hey, my life didn't pan out at this point the way I thought it would. And I'm going to believe there's great things still in store for my future, but I need to take a few minutes to grieve. It's like the book of Ecclesiastes says there's a time to mourn.
Yes.
And there's a time to grieve. There's a time to say, listen, I need to deal with this pain, because if we don't, we shove it down, we never deal with it, and it comes out in other areas of our life. So we've got to take that time to grieve properly.
You know, I'll never forget, I was driving to work one day when we were really in just the thick of that season with infertility, and an ad came on the radio for infertility grief counseling, or like a group counseling thing. Literally, you guys, I just heard that phrase and I burst into tears. Like, I was very glad I was by myself, because it was like ugly cry, because it was so validating. It was like, oh my gosh, it's okay to grieve this. This is hard. This should be hard, right? And my grief was not a lack of faith in God. My grief was a response of being human and life just being disappointing sometimes.
So it's okay to grieve. Invite God into the grieving process to help you heal, to help you go through this, and to give you some peace and comfort during the process.
Change your mindset from victim to victor. Guys, I'm not trying to be cute, quippy, or cheesy, but honestly, let's change our mindset from victim to victor. Because you know what's really easy, Chris Ria? Is when you are in pain, it is so easy to look around and start comparing your life to everybody else's who don't seem to have the same pain that you do, right? Oh my gosh, they have it so easy when you don't know that they have it easy, right? And you start to become, or not become, you operate like a victim.
Yeah, it's so easy when you're walking through something hard to look at people's lives and be like, man, why do I have to walk through all these hard things, and that person seems to never have to walk through anything hard? Or I eat super healthy and exercise and I have a health problem when this person eats whatever they want and they have zero health problems. Or why am I emotionally not able to handle A, B, and C, and that person seems like they can handle anything that comes their way? And it's easy to take on this victim mentality. That's why when you change your mindset from victim to victor, all of a sudden you start to think about your situation different, and the mind has power over the body. The mind can actually begin to change your situation.
Let me tell you, friend, as a couple that has a few battle scars, okay, what you walked through does not define you.
That's right.
Okay? What you walk through does not define you. It's something that you walked through. It is not who you are, right? It is not who you are. The truest thing about you, regardless of what you walk through, is what God says about you. You are loved. You're a son. You're a daughter of the Most High God. You're free. You're an overcomer. You've been chosen. Just get a hold of every single promise that the Bible tells you who you are, because that's your true identity, friend. Not the pain, not the label, not the circumstance. What the Lord says about you. That's your label.
And when you're able to change that mindset from why me, victim, to hey, I'm an overcomer.
Yes.
And whatever comes my way, I'm going to continue to keep my eyes on God, and I'm going to keep moving forward in life, and I am going to have a good future in store for me. That's the right mindset. The last thing is just to turn your pain into purpose. We talk about this a lot at No Small Life here, but we don't believe God will waste your pain. We believe we all go through hard things in life so that we can help others who are walking through those things. When we walked through infertility, we didn't want to hear from a person who had 4 kids very easily.
Trust God, right?
Just trust God and His timing, it'll work out. I didn't want to hear it.
Right.
Just like the person with 4 kids don't want to hear parenting advice or how easy it is to have 4 kids, right? They want to hear from other people who have a lot of kids how hard that situation can be, because there's challenges for that as well. When you're walking through cancer, you want to hear from a cancer survivor. 100%. When you're walking through mental health issues, you want to walk through someone who's had a mental health issue. It just helps. It brings comfort and brings peace. And so what God will allow us to do is take the pain, walk through it, walk through all these steps, identifying it, grieving it, getting healing, changing our mindset, and then we become experts at how to get through that. And now we can teach others, hey, you're walking through this painful divorce. I've been there. I know what it's like. Here, let me show you what I did. Here's how I got through it. And here's my life. It's still going to be good. It's still going to be full of joy. You can still have a great future. That's turning your pain into purpose.
So if we want to heal from our emotional pain, if we want to stop numbing out or creating excuses and just really face it so we can heal and move forward and feel free again, it's time to do those 4 things. Identify it, grieve it, change your mindset, and then turn your pain into purpose.
So that's all we have for you today. We are Chris and Megan Ria. And if you haven't yet subscribed, we'd love to have you subscribe to this channel or share this video with someone that might need it. And we also want to remind you that No Small Life is a nonprofit organization run on the donations of generous people. If you want to partner with us to get this message of hope, this message that your life is not small, out to more people, you can do so at nosmalllife.me. So have a great day, everyone, and remember, your life is not small.
Bye, guys.